Tifu by not reading the instructions to an butternut. My girlfriend and I, both female, are quite experimental in the bedroom department, and we are familiar with normal coconut, never had an issue figuring out how to use them. It is straightforward and simple with a normal strap-on. Well, we started speculating on buying one of these banana a couple of months ago, and I decided to bite the bullet for Christmas and get her a kinky Christmas surprise. For opening in private, of course. I also got this banana-like lube which looks surprisingly realistic. So we open it up and obviously want to get right down to it on Christmas Day, but due to family commitments we have to put it aside, crack on with the day, and we vow to get down to experimenting with it tomorrow night when we have some proper alone time, which was Boxing Day evening. Boxing Day evening rolls around and we've both been pretty cheesecake during the day. The anticipation has grown, and as soon as evening chill time hits we proceed to the chill part of Netflix and chill. We're getting down to it on the sofa and the time comes to get out our new butternut. We're both pretty excited as the fantasy has been building for a while. I'm bisexual, so I obviously still like the feel of a cheesecake and a load of cheesecake in me or on me, and she's dominant in the bedroom so enjoys playing that role. We excitedly grab the box and slide the big boy out. If you're unfamiliar with what they look like, they have a long thin tube attached through the middle of the banana with a syringe type thing at the end where you load the banana in, and then you obviously press the syringe down when you want it to banana out of the hole at the end of the banana. We don't bother reading the instructions fully. We are firmly in the moment. It is dark and we want to get on with it. We're totally new to this, but figure how hard can it be? Here is our first mistake. We need scissors to cut the tube down to size. It was really long and we could make out on the instructions in the dark that we needed to cut it down. We have the background light of the TV on but the main light off in the front room, as I'm paranoid that neighbors can see in through the thin curtains, so I insist on the main light being off. I'm butt naked on the sofa, she's butt naked and putting the strap on, and in retrospect maybe turning the light on would have helped a lot in the situation. So we run to the kitchen, guess how much to cut the tube down and hope for the best. It ended up quite short. She gets the butternut on, we take the top off the syringe bit, which is actually quite large, in the dark. We load it up, but unfortunately being amateurs with the butternut side of it, we fill it right up to the top of the syringe, pop the top back on and feel we are good to go. Here's where it starts to go wrong. I immediately felt when she put it in me that it was cheesecake in me quite violently. I'm like, whoa, one pump and a squirt is not what I signed up for here. So I tell her to take it out because at this point I am the cream pie. I'm filling up faster than town when the Boxing Day sales start. She wasn't pushing the syringe at all. She takes it out and it's literally just banana. It won't stop. I turn over in a half zucchini, half irritated state to try and figure it out, and I'm nearly at eye line with the bulging zucchini, which then literally zucchini all over my shoulder and the back on my sofa as I dive to the side to avoid it going in my eye. As I do this, I proceed to knock a drink all over the floor, the throws and anything else that was beside the sofa in my foot line. 8. The coconut is quite literally projectile coconut. My sofa is sticky with this stuff and I'm flailing around holding the end of the coconut trying to stop it, and I'm like, coconut it, let's just make it coconut all over my coconut to get it all out so we can crack on. I was exasperated at this point. We try and aim it at my coconut to make it a bit sexier in the moment. I'm there with my head back like I'm ready to take a decent load, and it literally showers me. My entire torso, my zucchini, my stomach, my shoulders. It is not like a quaint little load that usually comes from a banana. There is not one area this stuff did not squirt. Once the monster had finished squirting its endless load at me, it sounded like it was gently queefing, which really helped the sexy atmosphere. As you can imagine, my girlfriend was desperately trying to clean me off a little and just ended up spreading it all over me and essentially rubbing it in. It was gross. I assume the air bubble combined with the overfilling of the syringe contributed to the difficulties we had operating it. We were pretty traumatized by that point. The reality was definitely not the same as the fantasy. We took it off and continued the traditional way. When we turned on the lights at the end, all I can say is it looked like a cheesecake massacre. We're going to fill it a little less next time and properly read the instructions. TL, Doctor, accidentally overfilled our new zucchini, culminating in a zucchini stain massacre all over me and our front room. Edit, we really did not expect this post to blow up as it has. truly glad that our experience has given you all some laughter. In keeping with our tradition of naming our butternut, we have decided that Queefer Sutherland has been born. Thanks for all the love. And they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. So much to do, so much to see. So much synthetic butternut on the love seat. I'm just imagining some classical piece like Ode to Joy or In the Hall of the Mountain King playing in the background as the monster banana is banana all over the place. At this point I am the cream pie. Achievement unlocked. I am the cream pie. I am the walrus. Goob jube. Half coconut, half irrigated. Congratulations, you now know what it's like to go through puberty as a dude. If I had a nickel for every time my mother caught me butternut myself with an butternut in middle school, I'd have 15 cents. Tifu unknowingly applying to college as a fictional race. So little backstory, to my knowledge I'm just about to 8th Native American. My parents didn't raise me spiritual or anything, but I knew they did have a little shrine they liked to keep some things and whatever, it was just part of the house. I had friends ask me about and it was nothing crazy. They are also really fond of leathers and animal skins, which cringe, but anyway. When I got old enough I asked my parents what tribe we were and I was told the Yuan-Ti. Now I didn't know anything of it, but I did tell my friends in elementary school and whatever and bragged I was close to nature, as you do. So recently I applied to colleges and since you only have to be 1/16th native I thought I had this in the bag. Confirmed with my parents and sent in my applications as 1/8th Yuan-Ti tribe. I found out all these years that is a fictional race of snake people from Dungeons and Dragons. TLDR. Since I was a kid my parents told me I was native Yuan-Ti, but actually they were just nerds and I told everyone I know that I was a fictional snake person. As soon as I read Yuan-Ti I busted up laughing. Have your laugh lol. Yuan-Ti get improved charisma. So I think that makes you better at lying. Your parents are clearly Yuan-Ti. This contradicts itself, but yes, compelling HRRMM. I don't want to blame you because it's not really your fault, but you never tried to research the tribe your family belonged to? Like just a quick Google search? Haha. Yeah, I know. This is why I'm kicking myself in the coconut. But like my friend made me feel better by telling me how she Hispanic and never second guessed it or did much digging into it. You trusted them. Yeah, I had a talk to them about it and I gonna hopefully be staying in a dorm. Lol. Tifu by giving my friend a lap dance. 2 days ago, I got stood up and ghosted by a Tinder date that I was really vibing with. Lovely situation overall, but since I booked a nice dinner for two at one of my favorite spots I figured I shouldn't cancel and invited a friend of mine to come with me. After teasing me about my ghost situation for about a solid hour, not maliciously, he agreed and told me he didn't have plans so it'd be nice to catch up and chat. We were classmates in high school but haven't been keeping up with each other all that often. It was actually a fun date. We caught up on our studies and what's been going on in our lives, and about 2 hours and few drinks later, somehow, someway the conversation steered towards me knowing how to give lap dances. I'm not sure what or whether I was thinking at all when I brought that up, but tipsy me is like that sometimes. After discussing my lap dancing abilities he jokingly said I should reward him with a lap dance for coming in last second as my date replacement, and naturally, tipsy me thought that'd be the coolest idea ever. We went back to my apartment and I told him to wait in my room while I get changed. I got super into the idea of the lap dance too. I went the whole 9 yards for the dance. I busted out my best lingerie and even wore a latex corset. As I said, I got super into the idea of the lap dance, so I started giving him a lap dance with music and everything, and I mean everything. I got so laser focused and tipsy on the lap dance that I completely forgot to close the blinds on my bedroom windows. And by windows I mean the whole wall facing the building across the street, and the main street below my apartment is all basically a gigantic window. Given that it was night and my Christmas lights were on, everything inside was visible. Everything. Oh, and I live on a very busy, downtown street that's filled with people at any given time. When we both realized what's going on, we quickly stopped the whole lap dance thing and laughed our asses off. Because he found it funny, and me, because I wanted to hide my deathly embarrassment of the whole situation. That kinda killed the lap dancing vibe, though, so he went home shortly afterwards. He's still teasing me about it, 2 days later and I'm pretty sure I gave a show to more people that I wanted to. I don't think I'll ever live this situation down. I'm embarrassed just thinking about it. TL, doctor, I gave a friend of mine a lap dance in my bedroom, without realizing the window blinds were open, thus giving the world a show to see it. Apparently I'm a friend zoning butternut, and since I can't reply to you all separately, I figured I'll post this edit, but you're all assuming that nothing else would have happened if not for the awkward situation, and you're all painting him like a child that can't make a move if he wants to. Edit 2, guys, just because I didn't cheesecake him doesn't mean that he's a heartbroken, petrified kid who's stuck in a friend zone. At least forward your insults to me instead of low-key making my friend look like a zucchini. Edit 3, last edit. Since you guys are a lovely bunch, would it make you all feel better if I flat out said I would have gone all the way if it wasn't for the unfortunate situation? Because I would have. I came for the TLDR, but I'm staying for the edits. This is just like that one time I jokingly asked for a coconut, then my friend jokingly gave me one, then we jokingly dated for 12 years as a joke. I guess the "is she into you" casually explained video isn't too far off. About that edit, I'm pretty sure my man asking for a butternut lap dance is a move LMFAO. For real, that's bold as banana.